That looks amazing. Let's try it. We're gonna need a crock pot. Juicy, juicy. Okay, so we have a little over 4 pounds of boneless pork shoulder in this crock pot right now. We're gonna add in all the rest of the ingredients and then we're gonna let it simmer in the crock pot for about 5 hours. We need a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Next, we need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. This is gonna be so flavorful. I'm so excited. Next, we need 1.5 cups of barbecue sauce, or about 12 fluid ounces. The smell of this reminds me of when my parents would barbecue dinner. Lastly, we need a cup of water. Now we're gonna take some tongs and we're going to flip this pork shoulder over just to make sure that it is nice and covered with all the juices, like so. It's a little hard to do. Oh! I'm gonna put it on high and set a timer for 5 hours.
Much later.
So while this is cooking, it's got about an hour left in the crock pot. We're going to start working on the croissant dough that wraps around the pulled pork. Okay, so we need about 1/4 cup of warm water. We're gonna need about a tablespoon of active dry yeast. Perfect. Okay, and lastly, we need about a teaspoon of sugar. So I'm gonna use my 1/4 teaspoon 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're just going to mix all of that together and then we're going to let it sit until creamy, which should take about 10 minutes. I'm trying to get all of that yeast in here. So we're gonna let that proof. We're gonna need a cup of milk. I have a 1/2 cup here, so we're gonna do 2 1/2 cups of milk in the saucepan. I just thought that's probably smarter than doing it the way that I was thinking of it. We're going to be heating this milk to right before boiling point, which is about 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So we need about 4 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to go ahead and melt that in preparation for the next couple steps. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. I think it's there. All right, our butter is melted. This milk is warm enough. So we are going to take a mixing bowl and we're gonna add in our milk. Perfect. We're gonna add in our butter. Ow, that's hot. But we needed melted butter, so here's our melted butter. We also need a beaten egg. So we have a beaten egg in here. I'm gonna add that in. Oh no! Oh, I messed up greatly. I might have to start that over. Basically, my problem here is that I added the egg into the hot milk. And what was supposed to happen was I was supposed to let the hot milk cool for 10 minutes before I added the egg in. Adding the egg prematurely would cause that egg to start cooking prematurely, which is not what we want. So we're gonna dump that out and start again. And now we let that cool for about 10 minutes. So I'll see you in 10. Guess what time it is? It's time to check on the roast. So it's been about 5 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look, take a little peek. Oh my gosh. That looks amazing. Let's go ahead and stick some forks in it and kind of try to shred it a little bit. Because this roast is a teensy bit bigger than what was meant for this amount of time. So it's still a little not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be more tender than this. We're gonna put that lid back on it and let it cook for a little bit longer. Okay, so it has been about 10 minutes. Our milk has cooled and so is our butter. Stir in our egg. Give that a nice big stir. All right, we need 2 teaspoons of salt. I have a 1/2 teaspoon here. We're working with what we got, people. 1/2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. 1/2, 2 teaspoons. We're gonna add in our fluffy yeast mixture. We're gonna add in our flour. We're gonna do this 1/4 cup at a time, and there's 3 cups total that we need. 1/4 cup. This is gonna take a while. So this is just, like I said, making our biscuit dough. And I'm gonna count backwards because that's easier for me. So, all right, so that was 12, 11, 10. All right, this is where I'm gonna let my KitchenAid mixer come in. So I'm going to empty out the contents of my dough into my little stand here. Tighten that, lower this. So let's continue. So I have an oiled bowl here. All right, so we're gonna turn out this dough. Right now, we just need to kind of plop this in here. I was trying to get it into a ball shape, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, it is covered, and now we're gonna let that sit for about an hour. In the meantime, let's take a little quick peek to see if this is any more ready than it was. Already it looks a lot better, let's see. It should just fall apart though, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's ready yet. It's not tender enough. Back in the crock pot you go. Might even have it sit for another hour, to be honest with you.
1 hour later.
We're back! Okay, our dough is risen. Let's preheat that oven to 375 degrees. All right, we're gonna punch down this. That was so fun. All right, we're gonna roll it into one large rectangle. We're putting about half of this barbecue container onto this surface. Here we go, sprinkling some cheese. I can put as much cheese as I want because I'm an adult individual and I love cheese. Now we're going to sprinkle some pulled pork on top, just like that. Thin, even layer. So I did shred this pork. It took an insanely long amount of time. Not sure if you can relate. It's not an easy process, even though it was in the crock pot. It should have just fallen apart, but maybe I didn't grab the easiest meat, or maybe it was too fatty, I'm not sure. And finally, we are going to roll this puppy up like a cinnamon roll. All right, now we are going to cut this into 8 pieces. It's a little messy, I'm not gonna lie. Perfect, just like that. Now we need to let this proof for another 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been proofing for about 20 minutes, so we're gonna put it right in the oven. We're gonna bake it for 35 minutes. All right, let's check it out. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Let's pull this puppy out. Oh, this smells so good. We're gonna let it cool and then we're gonna eat it. Yay! Just saying, I started this process at 3:30 p.m. It is 11:08. I'm exhausted. Behold, my cinnamon roll little thing of pulled pork. Let's cut ourselves a piece, try it, and then hit the hay. By the way, I'm impressed with this bread. Like, I did a great job. I also, upon smelling this, have decided that it would be a really good idea to have like mac and cheese with this, you know? So it said to garnish with some extra green onion, pepper, onion, whatever you call it. Let's taste it. Is this as good as it looked? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Oh my, this is amazing. The biscuit dough, whatever, perfect consistency. Dude, worth the wait. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. There's a lot of work that went into it, so if you could, I would appreciate it if y'all could smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, subscribe for more biscuits. I'm proud of myself. I worked hard on this today and it paid off. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.